All right, guys, so this is what came in the bag when it arrived. This is going to be what's hooking into the end of our radar detector right there, if I can get the camera to focus. And then these are just different for different fuse boxes. So right here we've got the mini fuse. I think that's what my car uses. Bigger fuse right there. Looks like just a secondary mini fuse for 2 of them. So that's what came in the box, and we're gonna go set this up right now. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is locate your interior fuse box. The interior fuse box on this 2010 Chevy Malibu is right here, and it's even got a little fuse designation right there. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. So right where my finger is, it's got this little fuse with the lightning bolt on it, implying that's where the electronics are in the car. And so what we're going to do is just pull this panel off. Most cars it's pretty simple. You just take it and pull it off. Try not to break any of the clips, but there's a little handhold right there. Pretty much just as simple as just pulling it out like this. So this panel comes off pretty easy. It's going to either be on your driver's side or your passenger side, somewhere down by where your feet are. The next thing you're going to want to do is identify which of these slots, there are going to be extra slots in your fuse box, which of them is on the ignition cycle, so that way when you turn your keys to run or on to start your car, the radar detector will also turn on. And so you can do this by looking up a diagram of your specific fuse box online, or you can do it this way, because I didn't have time for that, so I just wanted to find out. I put my keys in my ignition, turned it to on right there, and then I simply plugged in this fuse, the adapter that it came with. I put it in, I started putting it in random fuse holes. I connected it to this. These just slide right in to this main unit, and then that's what I plugged into my radar detector. Then from there, all you have to do is touch the ground to a ground in your fuse box like this, and you can see that turns on, which means that, and then when I let go, the ground's off, which means there's no connection. And so that means that that's on my ignition cycle though, because my car is not on, it's just in accessory mode, which is what I want it to be on. All I did was take off that nut that was holding on my ground right there. This is what it looks like on my car. It was 10 mil. I didn't have a socket, so I just did the best I could. I used an adjustable wrench. Either way, it's off, and we are going to now ground this. So what you want to do is, you can already see I had a different ground on there for my dash camera. What you're going to do is put it on, just like that. You can even align it with the rest of it. And what you're going to want to do is just tighten your nut on there basically as tight as you can to make sure the ground is secure. I'm going to set 2. Okay, you take your nut, hand tighten it first, test to make sure both of your things work. Excuse me, not both of your things. I have 2 things. So we're going to put the key in there. Okay, we're going to get this out. Radar detector. Plug this guy in. Okay. So we're going to know in a second if the grounds still work. It's on. This guy turned on. That guy turned on, which means the ground is still good in both of those. And so we're going to tighten down that nut one more time with the wrench. All right, now for the fun part, which is the wiring. So as you can see, I've taken the twisty tie off and unraveled the wire here. As you can see, right here is the wire for the dash cam. So there's the ground, there's the fuse box. Very easy to do. You just take this right here, pull this away like that, and you can literally just pull out this carpet, okay? The wires go back there. So as you can see, the dash cam one is right here, and then you just leave it, you can leave that off, and then it's gonna run up behind this plastic, at least that's where I put it. Then you can see it emerges right here. This is the actual wire. Okay, now to hardwire the fuzz buster, you can see I've unraveled my cord right here, and I actually put it right over in the corner there. I don't need it sitting in the middle blocking my view. I just want to hear the beep when I know something's coming, and I can see the screen from over here anyway. So what you want to do, pull back this headliner thing, or whatever you call this. You can already see I've got my dash cam cord running back there, and you're just going to want to tuck the cord behind there. All right, so again, pull this back. We're going to take the cord that is connected to our ground and our fuse box, we're going to tuck the entire thing behind that. All these extra cords are for other parts in my car. Don't worry about them. Okay. I don't think we're going to need all this cord to get up to where I want it to go, so we're going to leave a lot of it back there. Okay, now you can see I'm just going to run it where my dash cam wire is. Run it up here. This one's even thinner than the dash cam wire. Again, in the weather stripping, just like that. Right here is where it's going to leave the dash cam wire because this is going to be low mounted. Okay, and so we're going to try and tuck it. Here's my final product. I might use some black tape to cover some of the wiring up there that I don't want to see, some electrical tape, but regardless, it runs. I actually did run it up the C-pillar on the other side of the dash cam, or yeah, on this side right here. So the wire runs up this, around here and here. That's where it pops out, where my dash, this is actually the dash cam, this is actually the fuzz buster. Runs through there, down here, behind the trim down there. I put this back on, so the only thing you can see, if you really look, is that red wire. You can hide that if you want. You can paint it black, tape it black, put it up somewhere. I don't mind it because you can't see it when you actually sit in the seat like this. Turn it to accessories. And that turns on and it's ready to go, sitting right there on auto scan. But that's how you hardwire the radar detector.